Today we are going to be getting into our hip flexors, doing some hip openers. I can't wait. I can do them really tight. So to get started, we will be on our backs in Asana, hugging our knees into our chest into the supine child pose. And breathe. The lovely Rhea is going to join us. Hello. Let your shoulder blades relax onto the mat and settle into your breath. Maybe rock side to side, massaging your low back. And then find some stillness as you're ready. More comfortably, you can let your feet relax to the floor. Let your arms rest out to the side. Begin to deepen your breath. Pulling your inhales further into your abdomen, lengthening your exhales. Take 2 or 3 more breaths here. Open mouth exhalations, really getting rid of any extra baggage or weight you might be carrying. Setting yourself up for a nice practice. Giving yourself you to blink your eyes open if they were closed. Heel toe your feet back to midline. And hug your knees in towards your chest. Swaying side to side. Let your left foot come to the floor. Hug your right knee in closer. A nice deep stretch here. If you want to make it even deeper, extend your left foot fully out in front of you. Put your toes towards your nose. And switch. Left knee into your chest, right foot down. One or two more to each side. Moving nice and slow. We're still getting warmed up here. Ending with the left knee in, then both feet straight out in front of you. Relax your arms to the side. Bring weight into your hands and snow angel your arms up overhead. Clasp and interlace your hands at the top. Point through your toes, lift through your palms, a nice full body stretch. And hug it all in, knees into your chest, rocking front to back. Bringing yourself up to a seated position. Crossing at your ankles, we will meet in tabletop position. Make sure that in your tabletop you have room out to both sides and behind you. In tabletop position, you want your hands just under your shoulders, pointer fingers parallel. You want your knees under your hips, low, thighs are parallel. And extend your left foot straight back, tucking your left toes under, press back through your heel. Keeping your back nice and flat, left to right. Inhale, lift up through your heel. Externally rotate, left toes out to the side. And hug your left knee all the way up to your elbow. Drop your left knee down under your chest. Kick your left leg straight back. Nice hip circles here. We're going to do it 2 or 3 more times. So rotate, left toes out. Inhale, knee to elbow. Exhale, knee under your chest. Inhale, kick it straight back. One more time. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, forward. Exhale, under your chest. Inhale, straight back. And return your left knee under your hip, second side. Kick your right foot straight back. Tucking your right toes under. Start by pressing back through your heel. Wake up that calf. Coming back to a neutral back. Inhale, lift the right leg. Externally rotate, so turn your right toes out to the side. Up knee to elbow, and then rotate your right knee down. Inhale, kick it straight back. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, glide forward. Exhale, press down. One more time, nice big hip circles. Rotate, knee to elbow, down, take it straight back. Bring your knee back down to the mat. Few rounds of cat-cow here. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your tailbone, lift your head, lift your gaze. Exhale to cat, round your back. Inhale, cow, lifting your head and gaze. Exhale, cat. Take 2 or 3 more, moving with your breath. Inhale brings you back to neutral. Tuck all 10 toes under. Press your hips back towards your heels. Walk your handprints straight out in front of you. Crown of your head to the mat. Bring weight into your hands. Draw your hands in. Rise up, tabletop position. Begin to hover your knees, a nice bear plank. Draw your shoulder blades down your back. Engage the core. Now, complete exhale. Inhale, ribs expand. Exhale, press your hips back and high for downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet. We're going to be here for 3 or 4 rounds of breath. If you ever want to rest in child's pose or any other comfortable position, you are welcome to do so. This is your class. Start by checking our alignment. Point your fingers parallel, biceps roll forward, triceps tuck back, gentle bend in your elbows. Your feet are about hip width distance. Inner thighs roll back and wide. Nice long spine line and let your head hang heavy. You blubber out your lips or shake out your head. The gaze is soft at the wall behind you. One more full breath in. Complete exhale. Inhale, lift your gaze between your hands and slowly walk your feet up to meet your hands. Coming to Uttanasana at the top of your mat, standing forward fold. Bend your knees a lot. Maybe even grab opposite elbows under your thighs. Let your head relax completely. Take a moment here to just settle in. Now release your elbows, fingertips to the floor, and begin to press your knees back. Should feel a little bit of a stretch in your hamstrings. Bend your knees, ribs to thighs. Inhale, lifting the hips, straightening the legs. Few more breaths. Exhale, release. Inhale, halfway lift to a nice flat back. Maybe your hands come to your shins. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands. Step your right foot back to a low lunge. Lower your right knee down, untuck your toes. Hands to your hips, hands high as you're ready. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Hug your left hip back, rolling your right hip forward, square to the short edge of your mat. Inhale, reach up through your fingertips. Exhale, forward fold. Tucking your toes under, lift your back knee. Step back to plank. Inhale here. Exhale back, downward facing. 2 more breaths here. The bottom of your next exhale, lift your gaze between your hands. Step your right foot forward. Lower your left knee down, untuck your toes. Bring your hands to your hips and your hands high as you're ready. Low lunge. Same thing on this side. Hug your right hip back, rolling your left hip forward. Maybe tuck your tailbone under slightly. Nice long through the spine line. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, tuck your left toes under, lift your back knee, spring forward, Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, fold. We get into the outer edges of our hips here. So let your fingertips relax towards the floor. You have blocks or books in front of you that you can help bring the floor closer to your hands. That might make it a little bit more accessible. Place your left hand in front of your face, so about 6 or 8 inches in front of your feet. Your knees can be bent as much as you'd like. Begin to bend your left knee as you straighten your right knee. This is going to shift your right hip back and rotate your chest. Allow that rotation. Deepen the stretch in your right leg. Lift your right hand high. Stacking shoulders, stacking wrists, gazing high. Inhale here. Exhale, switch. Right hand comes down, replacing your left, bending through the right knee, straightening through the left, open to the left. 2 or 3 more to each side. Left hand down, right hand high. And right hand down, left hand high. Coming back to neutral. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Planting your hands. Step your right foot back. Lower your right knee down. Untuck your toes. Rise up. Anjaneyasana. Low lunge. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Planting your hands. Shift your hips straight back. Pulling your left toes towards your nose. You should feel a deep stretch in your hamstring here. Inhale, glide forward. Deep stretch in your right hip flexor. One more time, shift your hips straight back. Inhale, glide forward, plant your hands, tuck your right toes under, lift your back knee, step back to plank. Enjoy the core activation. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your right foot forward. Lower your left knee down, untuck your toes. Rise up as you're ready, low lunge. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Shift your hips straight back. Pulling your right toes towards your nose. Maybe to slide your hands back, that is perfectly fine too. Inhale, glide forward. Exhale, shift back. Inhale, glide forward, planting your hands, tucking your left toes under. Lift your back leg, spring forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Adding on a little bit. Inhale, sweep your hands nice and high. Maybe a gentle back bend at the top. Exhale, dive out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands. Step your right foot back and then your left. Lower your knees, untuck your toes. Hug your elbows in towards your ribs as you lower your chest and chin. And then gently press into your hands, rising to low cobra. Holding here for a few rounds of breath. Draw your shoulders down away from your ears. Pull your lower ribs forward, remembering to breathe. Now here, exhale, lower all the way down, tucking all 10 toes. Press your hips back and high, downward facing dog. Touch your feet here. Lay back to our foundation. Biceps forward, triceps back. Lengthen through the spine. The bottom of your next exhale. Step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Bring forward, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Lower your hips down. Bring your hands to heart center. If you have a block, you may need to use it here. Unless your hips are super open, then lucky you. This is Malasana. You want to be open through your chest here. You can even use your elbows to press open through your inner thighs. Holding here for a few rounds of breath. Should feel a nice hip opener, your inner thighs. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, lower your hands, lift your hips. Remove the block if you had one. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, step your right foot back, and then your left. Lower knees, chest, chin, or try a chaturanga. Lower halfway down, elbows in towards your ribs. Flipping to the tops of your feet for up dog. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Holding here for 3 breaths. Okay, time just like the first. The bottom of your next exhale, lift your gaze. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Left foot to the outside of your left hand. Lower your hips just to squat position. We're not going to hold it completely. Inhale, hands to heart center. Rising up. Exhale, press the air away. Clasp and interlace your hands behind your back. Open your chest. Inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. Head low, hands high. Maybe sway side to side. Coming back to neutral. Releasing your hands to the floor. Gentle bend in your knees. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, Malasana squat. Inhale, ribs expand. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands. Step your left foot back, and then your right. Lower knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, rise. Exhale, back. Downward facing dog. Or at your feet. Or enjoy some stillness. One more full breath in. Deep exhale. Lift with the gaze, step the right foot forward, behind your right hand. Rise up as you're ready, high lunge, crescent lunge. Deep bend in your right knee, just like we practiced in low lunge. Square your hips to the short edge of your mat. Stack shoulders over hips. Rounding through the 4 corners of your right foot, you're going to hinge forward, palms down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. One more time, inhale, rise up. On this next one, fold forward, shifting your weight to your right foot, coming to warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. Inhale here. Exhale, release your hands to the mat. Draw your left knee behind your right leg. Trace it all the way down to the floor. Plant your hips for a seated spinal twist. Kind of looks like a pretzel, I understand that. Plant your right hand behind your hips. Inhale, left hand high. Exhale into the twist, placing your left elbow on the outside of your right knee. Twisting to the right. Inhale, lift up through your spine. Exhale, deepen the twist, gazing over your right shoulder. Inhale, unwind. Place your hands to the outside of your left hip. Any amount. It is okay if the right side of your hip comes off the mat. Walk your hands forward. Walk your hands back. Okay. Now you're going to slide your bottom leg, your left leg out closer to parallel with the short edge of your mat. Let your right knee lock to the side. Take some adjusting there. And stack your shins as close to as possible on top of each other. Pull both toes towards your knees. If you have blocks or blankets or props or anything, you should feel a nice deep stretch on the outer edges of your hips. You want to deepen the stretch, hinge forward, walk your hands out any amount. And if this is much too much, you can just take a cross-legged position and walk your hands forward. Each inhale, bring breath into those joints. With each exhale, allow your muscles to soften. Walking your hands back. Move your right foot, swing it all the way around, both legs around, coming to tabletop position. Planting your hands, stacking hips over knees, tuck all 10 toes under. Press your hips back and high for downward facing dog. We have a whole other side we get to do. Inhale to left. Exhale, release. Inhale, step your left foot forward. Keeping your back knee lifted, rise up. Nice lunge here. Ground yourself, set up for a nice solid foundation. If you found last time to be a little wobbly, you can heel toe your left foot to the wider edge of your mat or step your right foot out to the side. Just giving yourself a wider base, more supportive. Wherever you are, set yourself up. Hands are high. Exhale, hinge forward, pressing the air away, come to airplane arms. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Last one. This time grounding through the four corners of your left foot. You're going to shift your weight, trying not to fall towards your left foot, kicking your right leg high, coming to warrior three. Inhale here. Exhale, release your hands to the mat. Pull your right knee in behind your left thigh. Trace it all the way down to the mat. Coming to a seated spinal twist. Making any adjustments that you need to get comfortable. I should have said this on the first side, but if this is too much, you can extend your bottom leg straight out in front of you and you still get that nice deep twist. Wherever you are, place your left hand behind your hip. Inhale, reach your right hand high. Exhale into the twist. Right elbow on the outside of your left knee. Twisting to the left. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, deepen the twist. Unwind as you're ready. Planting your hands on the outside of your right hip, walk your hands forward. Any amount. Coming back to neutral. Relax your left knee out to the side. Slide your bottom leg closer to parallel on the mat. Just like last time, wherever you are, if you have blocks or pillows or props that you want to use to make this more comfortable, go ahead. Pulling both toes, all 10 toes, both feet of toes towards your knee. Hinging into your hips, walk your hands out in front of you. One more full breath in. Please exhale. Inhale, walk yourself back up. Extend your feet straight out in front of you. Bounce out your legs. You need to slide your hips closer to your heels, rolling onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest to Asana, supine child's pose. Ending where we started, maybe rocking side to side, massaging your low back. Eventually relaxing your feet to the floor, palms out to your sides at about a 45-degree angle. Either extend your feet straight out in front of you for Shavasana, or heel toe your feet to the wide edge of your mat for constructive rest, letting your knees rest on one another. Wherever you are, let your eyes close. Back to your breath. You have a few more moments to stay in this space. Please do so. You have to get back to work. Begin to bring gentle movements to your fingers and toes. Rolling onto one side, using your bottom arm as a nice pillow for your head. And your top arm will help guide you back up into a nice, comfortable seated position anywhere on your mat. Bring your hands to your knees or your hands to heart center.